What is up, guys? We are back with another video, and today we're in day 6 of the challenge where I show you guys all the steps, everything I did to get a store that did $70,000 in sales in just 25 days and a store that did $47,000 in sales in just 17 days. So again, if you guys are following me along this challenge, you're doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm only going over the common elements, the broad, things that you should keep in mind and the strategies you should use when starting your store. Obviously, there's much more strategy behind it, but if you look at every single element, you isolate every single one of them and you think, how can I make all these elements, all of these steps and strategies, the highest possible level? And every single day you set your goals and you think, okay, today I'm gonna improve my email marketing, or I'm gonna become better at cold testing, or I'm gonna create better ads, or I'm gonna make my store as good as possible. If you do that every day, I guarantee you your store is gonna start generating more and more revenue. And today, we're gonna go over the complete backend, everything you need to keep in mind when you wanna start automating your store and once you start making sales. So, unfortunately, you need to set this up before you start making sales. So if your store ends up not making sales, you're gonna have to redo this all over again. It's part of the process, right? When you go at something, you wanna make sure that everything is ready, you're following all the strategies. But with Shopify backend, actually, you need email marketing from the start, because especially with high ticket dropshipping, people won't buy the first time they interact with your store. They won't buy the second time they interact with your store. Sometimes it takes them 7 to 8 times to see your store and get the message of your brand until they finally buy. And Shopify notifications. But in reality, it might take them 4 emails for them to actually be like, okay, this brand is legit. They're telling me more. They're showing me value. And as Gary Vee says, and if you guys saw my previous video, it's jab, 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 hook. Value, value, value until they buy. And if the price is really high, something like $180 for the Miracle Boutiques, the store that I started with the lamp, it might take them a couple times. So Upwork.com is going to be your best friend. You'll be able to find copywriters, email marketers for very cheap, and these guys are very experienced. Preferably, I would want you guys to find these guys from the US, another Shopify notification. But if you guys find, if you're on a low budget, you might have to, outsource these email marketing tasks to people in Asia, in Europe, because it's going to be cheaper. But of course, with the US, you're going to have the best quality. And you need to have 2 apps. Number 1, Klaviyo. This is going to be for your newsletters, right? Through Klaviyo, you could also set up abandoned cart recovery emails. But in reality, the app itself, abandoned cart recovery, has the best possible, they already have really optimized templates that you could use and make better. So abandoned cart recovery is the second app you want to use, right? And again, you only care about 2 things. You have 2 different apps for 2 different elements of, setting up a backend for your store. A newsletter, and as you guys saw, if you go back to day 3, which is the website development day, where I show you guys how to build an actual good looking and high converting store, you guys saw that there's a notification that goes off right away as soon as they hit your store. And it's giving them some type of incentive, get 10% off, get free shipping if you give us your email. So then they give the email and then they get a code for a discount. And this works really well. They might not use the discount, but we're building our newsletter list, we're building our email list. And any brand, any successful company, any business always needs a community, right? And as soon as you have this, as soon as you're running traffic and you're getting all these customers who views your store, they might not buy necessarily on the first time. They view your, they sign up for your newsletter, they sign up for a campaign, which preferably if you negotiate a fair price with your freelancer from Upwork.com, you can get for less than $100, 12 to 15 high converting emails, right? And then of course, that abandoned cart recovery, you guys can do yourself. So let's get these apps as well, just to make sure that you guys are not getting the wrong ones. So if you guys go into the App Store, you'll be able to find Klaviyo, which is the best app and software and automation for, customer experience, for newsletters, for long-term campaigns. So you could add this app. You can install it for free, and then there's obviously going to be, a monthly payment after. So as you guys can see here, for the store that I just started, we've started a little bit of email marketing. We're in Klaviyo. You know, the flows and the campaigns can get a little complicated. So as you guys can see here, we have a newsletter campaign that is running, right? And if you guys can see here, let's look at the campaign. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These are all different subject lines. You know, when they opt in, when they give us their email for this discount code, they automatically give us their name as well. So we could use their first name in the subject lines. But as you guys can see here, I already have my email marketing set up because, you know, I basically just took my previous campaigns and had my copywriter, the guy which I found on Upwork.com as a freelancer. Basically took them and had them edit these emails and make them better. I'm gonna release another video giving you guys a full explanation on email marketing, but this is something that you need to have. It's essential, right? To just automatically in the back end generate sales. And if you stop running ads, right? And let's say on the 15th day, you stopped running ads on the 1st of July, someone finally puts their email in on the 1st of July. On the 13th of July, you may get a back end and automated sale because these people, for example, saw this and then, you know, ended up getting some type of, you know, obviously we're throwing in discount codes, we're throwing in promos, we're throwing in a value in these type of emails, and we're getting these prospects to potentially buy. So very important that you have a newsletter, right? And that's part one of the, you know, the back end of email marketing. And part two, what you need to have is actually an abandoned cart sequence. You can either get a different app and pay $7 a month, or you could also use Klaviyo. So basically, let's look at this flow. They call it flows on Klaviyo. If someone puts in their email, but they end up not purchasing, right now we're just targeting with 3 different emails, right? It's live on day 0 within an hour. They get the subject line, hey, don't forget. Then this first day, 24 hours later, they get another email saying still deciding. And on day 2, it's saying time's running out, and maybe it's even a bigger discount code to make sure that they buy 100%. So I can make this longer, and I probably will, but it's very important that you have both of those type of emails for newsletter and abandoned cart recovery. So it's very easy to just go on Upwork.com and, you know, just create your first job. So you could just search for an email marketer. If you're very low on funds, you could write these emails yourself, right? But our next part of, you know, strategy and element that you got to keep in mind in terms of the Shopify backend is that you need to find freelancers. These are going to be much cheaper for order fulfillment and customer service. You know, most of my freelancers, they work at $4 an hour, $3 an hour, and they work for 4 hours a day. So we end up paying them like $30 to $40 a week. But like the crazy part is that these people, you know, we're not paying them so low because we're greedy, and like my store is definitely making more than, you know, $4 a day. But in reality, like these people are actually getting rich. Like they're from pretty poor Asian and African countries, and $4 an hour, you know, the fact that they discovered they discovered Upwork.com and they could work from their computer, it actually makes them really rich. So just keep in mind, don't feel guilty paying these guys $4 an hour. They're making a lot of money compared to their economy. But for $4 an hour, you could find very high quality customer service freelancers. And these people, you know, if anyone wants a refund, if anyone has any questions about where their tracking information is or where the product is, why it didn't come in a week and a half, if there's any questions for refunds, you can always have your customer service trained to give the customer the best experience possible. Because like Jeff Bezos likes to say, you need to obsess over customer experience. That's the only way you'll be able to make it in the long run. And with these high ticket micro brands, you guys don't want to just create a store, make profit 2-3 months, and then start losing money. And like you were taught on YouTube, it's okay because the product ran out of trend, you know, it died out. Which in reality with our brands, we could run products in stores for, let's say, 2-3 years. Like for example, Fit Tea or the teeth whitening kit or the snow kit, whatever you call that. Those aren't running out of trend anytime soon because they're real brands. So if you give your customers a good experience, right, and very nice, with very good English customer service, freelancers are doing the work for you, you might potentially be getting more sales in the back end automatically, by 15%, 10%, just because of the customer experience. So it's very easy to create a job post. All you got to do is Upwork.com, you sign up, right? And you create a new job post. This is going to be long-term work, right? And simple as that, you just continue. You can write customer service for Shopify store. Simple customer service. Order processing as well. It takes about 10 to 15 seconds with Oberlo to actually, fulfill the order automatically from whoever buys from your store. Their shipping information is automatically transferred to AliExpress, so you don't have to automatically, go on AliExpress and ship the products to each customer. So it's very simple to just click a button, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and boom, the order is already getting shipped to your customer. But in reality, once you're getting 100, 200 orders a day, that's too much time for you. So it takes like 2-3 hours. So you want to get a different customer service rep. One of them is going to be for the phones, the emails, and another one's going to be for order processing. So for example, right now we're creating a job post, a separate one for customer service, emails. Very simple. You write for a Shopify store, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the point. And then you're going to get literally dozens of applications from people who are willing to, work for really cheap prices. And then you could use these guys as, freelancers in the future if you develop good relationships with them. So don't forget about Upwork.com. And then finally, the last step and element that you guys want to remember when you are focusing on your back end, it's SEO marketing, right? It's very simple to set up, but many people forget it. And you're going to see a huge and tremendous difference in the amount of cold, unwanted traffic you get, meaning people that you didn't actually target, you didn't control, you didn't run ads onto your store, but in reality, people just see your store because they find it on Google, right? And with this SEO marketing, you're actually going to get, huge advantages in the long run, in the back end. So we're going to go over creating a blog in the future, and I'll explain to you guys the concepts later on. But right now, it's very important that you go ahead. Many people forget about this, is they go into the preferences, right? And simple as that, they write here. Oops. This is the homepage title, on Google. When you Google something, what shows up? We're going to say Miracle Boutiques for store. Miracle Boutiques. Best voted as the best home decorations online store in 2008. Actually, this one's going to be just home decorations, like that. Simple as that. We keep it broad because we don't know how many products, we're going to have in the future. Here we're going to say voted as the best selling and number one customer loved home decoration online store in 2018. You could change this a year later on, in 6 months, right? Automatically you're building some type of credibility. Shop with the best discounts. I usually have my copywriter write this up as well. Shop with the most limited discounts and most adorable. Actually, shop with the most limited discounts on the internet. Or, and then you can finally put in your product. Get the white bunny. This is what people see when they Google lamp now. You could also throw in free shipping. So after that, boom, just save, and your SEO is done. And trust me, when people Google the keywords boutiques or home decorations or number one customer, store or white bunny lamps or just lamps or free shipping, just with these little descriptions, you're going to see a huge difference in the amount of cold traffic that you're going to get. So with this SEO, you're going to have a lot of people hitting your store, but you don't only want people just to hit the product pages, because like we said, if people hit the product pages, they don't buy on the first time. But in reality, you could create a blog, pay your copywriter the same email marketer just a little more. They create a blog, and in order to access, you guys always see those articles, half of them are, readable. The other half, you need to enter the email, and obviously you're collecting email that way as well, and then you put them on the newsletter. So with a blog, you can control the cold traffic, the traffic that you aren't able to control. You'll be able to make it your own warm traffic. So that being said, guys, remember these common elements of success for backend, for branding, and to have a successful Shopify store. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you implement this right away, especially with the email marketing, the newsletters. See you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below any suggestions or any questions you have for future videos. Goodbye.